How do you measure the impact and success of an event hosted?
Uh, how happy the client is. I'm usually saying how happy the client is. Usually the reviews. Usually how my team work around. How we were able to like accommodate the clients if they need something. Was the client happy? Was the client satisfied about the service that we gave? Was the space clean? We have like different metrics that we check to make sure that the events are good qualities and what we're trying to offer.
So when you say metrics, is it like a checklist that y'all go down afterwards?
It's a checklist that we
Or is
go
it like a
down
mental
before.
checklist?
We have a checklist for the team that they go after work, and then we have one. We have mental one too. I have a mental one too. Want to make sure that everything is in place, but mainly it's checklist for the team. Make sure this is in place.
So how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
You're good. That's what's up. So, show me the space. Let's get to it. Let's get right to it.
Come in.
So today we at an event space, and this is the owner, and she's gonna show us around for a second. This is actually my first time doing this concept where I have someone show me around their space.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
we're gonna get through this together.
But I'm
Cool.
glad I'm the first one.
There we go. There we go. So what we got here today? Tell us what we got here today.
Hi, so my name is Annick Willis. I am the owner of Means Events. So welcome to Means Events. We have in this location 3 event spaces. This is the first one. It's the white room that can hold up to 100 people.
Up to 100 people.
Yes, up to 100. When you book it, you get the table, the chairs.
Got
the
tables
bar,
over there,
the-
chairs over here.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes. So let me show you the back.
Yeah, let's do it.
We have a kitchen area on the side. So you can only prep in the event space. You cannot.
You can only
cook.
prep,
You
no
can only
cooking.
Prep your food.
Okay.
You see the kitchenette, it's small, so you can only prep the food.
Yeah.
There's no stove. You cannot cook here. Okay.
Gotcha.
Let me show you. We have 2 bathrooms included. There's one for women and one for men.
Yep.
Pretty much it's
Okay.
the same
Yep.
one, small, single use. Over here we have a little office private area. And the
Office area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Client can use them. Can use it
Mhm.
when they come book the space. So the little particularity that I have with this room is that the white room can get 100 people, right? And then right here I have a small room. It's a black room that can get up to 50 guests.
Got you.
So usually when people book, depending on how many guests they have, they can either just book that one, or they can book this one, or they can book both at
Or
the
both,
same time.
yeah.
Right? So the black room is a little bit, you can see, design is different. It's a little bit more darker. It's more for grown up. I see more grown up people.
I like these
booking
lights.
this space. Yes.
Got the gold lights over here, okay?
Mhm.
Yep. Got the king
throne
chair?
chair.
The throne chair. Got it.
Yes,
Yep.
Yes, it's a throne chair.
The throne
This
chair.
one also has 2 bathrooms, smallest bathroom. There's a kitchenette area as well. That's what you're gonna see in much of event spaces. You're
Right.
gonna see the main floor, the kitchenette area, the bathroom, storage.
Do you plan events as well? Or you just
Yes, I
have the
do.
so you plan it and you rent the space?
Yes.
Got it.
So I rent it, I decor, I do the decoration, the planning, and yeah,
Which side of it do you enjoy more? The planning or just the renting out the space?
the planning.
Really?
Well, let's say depend on the day. Sometimes I just like to rent the space.
Right.
But sometimes I like to decorate it because my background is
Event planning,
I do
yeah.
decoration. That's
Mhm.
how I actually started this business. So having the possibility to do those designs for my client is awesome.
That's amazing. Well, I'm ready to dig into all this stuff business-wise, so let's sit down and have a conversation. You ready?
Let's go.
Let's make it happen. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to interview you today. You could be doing anything else in the world right now, tending to clients, running errands, you could be handling business. But the fact that you gave me some of your time today, I am honored and I don't take it for granted. So let me just leave with that I'm time is so precious. And the fact that you allow me into your space for today, I truly, truly appreciate that.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, ma'am.
In your show.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Before we get started, let's say you and I get invited to a networking event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in the room and the event is going great.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say they give you an opportunity to speak. As you're walking up on stage, they hand you the microphone. How do you introduce yourself, introduce your business, and tell people what it is exactly what you do? What do you say?
Well, I would say, first introduce my name, myself,
Mm-hmm.
my name. I'm Annick Willis. I am the owner of Means Events Houston. It's an event space located in North Houston. We offer venue for rents, and we also offer decor included. So that's one part of the thing that I do, but I also show other people how to open their own space and how to manage it, how to grow their revenue, and just build their own team.
That's amazing. That's amazing. How did you get into it?
I always loved decor. That was the first thing, right? I always decorated my friend party, planning for the event and stuff. And then one day I was watching on Instagram, I always say, and I saw Neil David, so he's my mentor. He's the one who was talking about how you can open a space and you can make this amount of money and you can, you don't have to run around anymore to run after clients. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So I took on his offer and I learned how to open this space, and then since then that's how
Neil
I got here.
Neil is the guy. He the guy. For y'all that don't know Neil, you gotta follow him. I think it's Neil Davis on Instagram maybe, but
Yes.
he's phenomenal in the business space and the personal development space. He's very phenomenal. So
Yeah.
check him out. Check him out.
He is. He also he's just like a good human being. Being around him and when you see the type of energy, it's just like a high energy level, and then he's just like, he has a good heart and really help other people, and he really motivated me to get to know, get more involved in networking, getting more people around me and stuff. So
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Before you got into this industry, where were you at before then? Before entrepreneurship?
So before entrepreneurship, I was working in retail. So I started as a sales associate in, guest store. That's why I ever my first job. So selling clothes and shoes, and so I learned pretty fast, pretty early how to talk to customer. How to attend to what they need and what they're looking for, helping them with what they're looking for. And then, so I started as a sales associate. I grew all the way to store manager. So I was managing the whole team and then the sales and stuff like that. And then I got tired of working for other people because my ultimate goal was always to work for myself. And so when I saw that opportunity, I just jumped on it.
You said your ultimate goal is to work for yourself. Was that always a desire, or did you have that in your family, or did you just see friends doing it? Where did that desire come from to want to work for yourself?
So that's a good question, because I am originally from Africa, Cameroon, and I moved here to the state when I was maybe 25. And the way I grew up is the education that I received from my parents. It was more like, you have to go to school, you have to find a good job and have a good life, right?
Right.
But when I moved here in the state, I saw the difference between Africa, the opportunity we have here in America, and my head was like, it's something, I feel like there's a missing link here. There's something that we don't totally understand in Africa, what it is, why don't we grow economically here in the US? They have something that we don't know. So I started doing some research online on YouTube, trying to get more curious about things around me, the universe, how the law of the attraction work, how different things. So it opens my mind to so much, possibility, who I really am, and how the world works, and what capitalism is really, and how you can actually make money if you start selling things to other people. That's when really it opened my eyes into the business world, especially working as a retail store manager. I was seeing how much money those people were making in a day. I was like, this is crazy. So
Right.
you make money like this? I'm like, I need to sell something. So that's how it actually started, you know. So I wasn't born in a family where you learn how to do things like that. My parents, no. I just like by curiosity, you know, curiosity.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So curiosity led you on this journey.
Yes.
That's
Discovery of myself pretty much, and I'm still learning today. It's amazing.
that's a forever journey. It's a forever journey.
Yeah.
Forever journey.
Yeah.
With you saying that you have to find something to sell, that's what it's about. That's what entrepreneurship is about. Finding a product to sell and getting it in front of the right people to sell it to.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. While we on there, who is your ideal client and how well do you understand their pain point?
I would say, well, here in the event space, you have so many different kinds, right? You have people coming for birthdays, for weddings, baby showers, you know, even like social events like networking. But if I have to get one and pinpoint and say that that's my ideal clients, I would say the mom, the one, the lady who's about to have a baby. So for baby shower, that will be my ideal clients. Because even spaces I know as big venue, we are looking for an intimate space, right? That we can rent to people. So usually the event space can get up to, you know, 50 people, 100 people, less than 100 people. And that's what people are looking for when they come to the space. They're looking for an intimate space just to celebrate. Something a little bit bigger than the house, but I can hold all the friends and family and they can celebrate. And then talking about the future mom pinpoint, you know, when you're pregnant, you're tired, you know, you get tired pretty fast, and you are feeling those new emotions. You want to love your baby, give the baby everything that's just everything that you can is perfect, right? So one of the first thing you think of is like having a celebration just to welcome the baby in this world. So you're tired, but you want to have a beautiful celebration to welcome your baby in the world, you know, and you don't want to be stressing out too much. Because when you're pregnant, I'm telling you because you probably don't know, but when you're pregnant, when you a little bit of stress can turn bad. You know, you can get sick with just like too much stress. So I take off the stress for that. I take it on me, and I also I take care of the event. Make sure that you have that beautiful celebration, but you don't do too much. You know, you don't stress too much, but you have everything ready for you.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
While we on this topic as well, what is an event that you did that was like the most memorable for you personally?
I would say it was actually not a baby shower. It was my first wedding. So I have 3 spaces, right? Not in this one, but the one on the other side of the parking lot. So it was the first wedding that I had.
Can I put a pin in this? So you have 3 spaces. So this is one,
yes,
and you have 2 more.
Yes.
In this
so
same
this
building?
one is one. I count that one as the second one because we can have 2 events at the same time. And then on the other side of the parking lot is the third one.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yay, thank you. So yeah, it was the wedding, and then that event was memorable to me because I remember I stayed during the wedding and I saw how the couple exchanges the ring and the vows and everything. And I remember I was just sitting there in the corner of the room and just looking at all the scene and thinking how I was dreaming about having that space, having people coming in the space and actually see it happening, see people laughing and enjoying. It was like I built this space and people can actually come together, you know, doing something nice for the society. So it just made me feel good.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
When did you, let's backtrack a little bit. So you said that you was working at Guess.
Mm-hmm.
At what point did you decide to, step into entrepreneurship? Do you remember that moment when you're like, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm going into this?
Absolutely. I remember.
And what was the challenges you faced?
When I decided to become an entrepreneur. Okay, so I remember I was already, like I told you, I was already observing.
I'm sorry. And I want you to speak to the person that's looking to step into entrepreneurship. Speak to that person
Okay.
right now.
Okay, cool. So I remember when I decided to get into entrepreneurship, right? The reason why I decided to do it, even though I was already planning and observing and saying that I want to be in sales, I want to make money and stuff. But what really pushed me out of employment really was the fact that one day I wanted to take a vacation with my family, and I couldn't because I had to ask for permission to my boss, and it wasn't possible because it was holiday season, and holiday season in retail, you ever have work in retail, it's just like a lot of work. So I didn't get the time that I requested, and my family really didn't go on vacation and stuff, and that really stuck on my heart. And I was like, I'm too old for this. Like, I need to be able to at least manage my time and decide when I want to do things. And so yeah, so that was one thing that made me really like decide, okay, let me just go and jump and just try to find something. And then I remember it was also 2019, so COVID hit. After a few months working, already thinking about that, COVID hit. I even lost my job at that point because I remember in that office I was the last one who got hired, so the first one who got fired because of COVID and everything. So I got unemployment and I was at home. It actually gave me more time to think more about what I was going to do and what I wanted to do, how to start it. And I remember I didn't have money, I didn't have savings, you know, I didn't have time to like save my money the way I wanted to. So I didn't have money, but I wanted to start a business. What I can say to people to really, you know, to encourage them to get into entrepreneurship is, even if sometimes you don't see how you're gonna start it, you don't see the possibility, you just have to stay positive and really believe that you can, what you're trying to do is possible. You started, it's mindset. You start with your mindset first. You don't want to have feel like there's so many you cannot achieve and stuff. You want to be, how can I say, you want to be really, you want to believe in yourself. You want to believe in yourself. You want to visualize your future. You want to know exactly what you're trying to do, and you want to work hard, try to find every opportunity that you can to get to reach to, you know, to get to that goal. Like I said, I didn't have money at all, you know, but I got enrolled in NEO course. NEO course was like $1,500 at the time. I didn't have money. I remember when I listened to a sales speech and everything, I was talking to one of the guy who was selling the tickets and stuff, the enrollment.
Yeah.
I said, well, I don't have money and I don't know how I'm gonna make it happen. Just by being on that call and talking to the guy, he said, well, you can apply for a PayPal, you know, credit cards, and then you can pay for the course, and then you're gonna be able to like get the money back in a short period of time and pay for it, you know. So if I was like doubting myself and like, is this really gonna work? It is, I don't know if I wanna do this, and I would have never done it, you know. So what I can say is just be focused on what you're trying to accomplish, and just be open-minded, and just look at all the possibility. You know, some possibility will just come your way too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so much I want to unpack right now, because you just said so much. The first thing I want to unpack is, so you did take the PayPal route.
I did take the PayPal route. Mm-hmm. I took it because.
Was that a hard decision for you to make?
No, it wasn't. At that point, I was like I had like a tunnel vision. I was just looking at the goals. Like, this is. I never took the credit before. That was actually the first.
The first one.
Yes, that was actually the first one, because I'm like, oh, no credit. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. But I was like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to take credit, and I'm gonna get the money back.
You know what? And I want to say a shout out to you, because most people, when they take credit, they take credit out to get what's what I'm looking for? Travel and liabilities.
Yes.
But you took it out for an investment, and that says something about you. And I just want to applaud you for that. You took it out for an investment in yourself. People take on credit, they buy shoes, buy this, buy that.
Yeah, that's something that I never did, that I don't understand. Like, you're gonna credit, to me, it's like, it's money you're gonna have to pay back. You know, you might as well do something. You know, you might as well get it to multiply. You don't get it to just like, you know, spend it.
Right. You also said you have to start with your mindset. What are some strategies or tips that you could share that you use to help with your mindset?
So I would say the way I train my mind, because the way I am today, that's definitely not how I was, I would say maybe 10 years ago, right, or 5 years ago. I just trained myself on a daily basis. The way I started is just like watching those videos on YouTube, the motivations all the time, just listening to the message constantly, just play on my mindset, you know, my subconscious. And then also, I started talking to myself, looking myself in the mirror and deciding who I wanted to be.
So you look like you physically look in the mirror. You go to the mirror like, hey, you.
Yes.
I'm talking to you, young lady.
Yes. I even gave myself a new name. I changed my name. And I call myself Naji. And Naji, because Naji means success. And that's why I'm seeing myself. That's why I wanted to go. So like, I am Naji. So this is what I was saying every day in front of the mirror. I am Naji. I am smart. I am successful. I am powerful. I'm strong. I'm not afraid of anything. You know, I was talking to myself like that every day. And also, I was doing like the exercise, like for example, getting into the rock, putting the rock in my pockets, and every time that I touch my pocket and I feel a rock, I just say something I'm thankful about. Thank you, God, for my kids. Thank you, God, for I have food today. Thank you, gratitude, a lot of gratitude. You have to be able to like stay in the present. Don't think about the past, because a lot of things happen to a lot of people. You know, we all have stories, like crazy stories, but you don't want to be thinking about that all the time. You want to stay in the present and be like thankful for what you have now. Just remain in that state, you know, of happiness now, and that's gonna help you, you know, feel better for the future.
What challenges did you face when you first started opening up your business?
Legal challenge, because when you open the business, you have to go to different steps like licensing, permits, stuff like that you never like did before.
What I'm thinking about is, okay, so we're in a it's like office space maybe. Let's say we're in office space. You go to the landlord, hey, I want to lease this space. How much is it? $1,000. Here's your $1,000. You come in, paint it, do what you want to do, set your stuff up, open for business. It's not that simple.
So it depends on the landlord. You have landlords who are like that. That's actually how my landlord was. It wasn't like too complicated. But you have other landlords, you go through, they ask you for a business plan, they ask you for your stuff, they ask you for so many paperwork and everything before they actually, you know, allow you to get the space. So it really depends on the landlord, but it's doable. It's not that difficult, you know. You just need to understand what is required. You understand how to get you get the space, but you also have to go to the city and ask them about the zoning, licensing, you know, different things that you're gonna need before opening your business.
Really? For an event space?
Yes, for an event space, yes. So in Houston, you don't really have zoning. That's what they told me at the city, but you still not. So it's not like you can just go in and find an empty space. Oh, I'm gonna do event space here. Not all space is empty. You can use that event space because of the location. It could be commercial, but it's not allowed for you to have event space there. So you have different little things. You wanna do your due diligence before you actually get the key from the landlord and could give him the money and sign for, you know, rent and everything.
So I want to backtrack a little. So you took that course. What was that like? How long was the course? And from the time you took it to opening the space, what was that time frame like?
It was, I'll say 3 months.
3 months.
3 months, yes. The course was already done, so it was self-spaced. You could do it. And then we also had like coaching calls. The coaching calls was a lot about mindset. You asked me about the mindset, so just being around people who think the same, who think certain way, just like help you, see the world a little bit different. Yeah.
So the coaching calls were more about mindset more than it was about the business side of things?
Coaching calls, yes, they were a lot about mindset, but also business side. Like you were like, for example, we're talking with Neil, and then you find a space, you just like, you show the space to the team, to the group, and everybody gave an idea, the opinion on how the space that look like. Does the space look good? Is the rents okay?
Right.
Can you afford this? We go to all the different things. Yeah.
Got you. So here we are. Sorry, before you open up your space, you said that you were helping your friends.
Having decoration
right.
for the events.
And this was before you was a guest, or while you were a guest, or after you were a guest?
That was after. Oh no, I started doing it while I was still working, I guess. Yes, I was still working in retail when I started doing the decoration on the weekend and
so
stuff.
that was like a side gig. Right. And you noticed that you actually like doing it.
Yes.
Was that something that you knew you liked doing before she started working with her? Or was it something that you found that you actually liked doing while working with her?
So, while I was working, I guess, well, I have always been a little bit arty. Like I like to do craft and stuff like that. So that's something that I have always done, right? And I started doing the decoration just after. I would say it was just like an evolution of what I like to do, So yeah.
Got you. Why don't you pick that up and read that for me?
Okay. How do you recognize and celebrate individual and team achievements? Okay. So what I like to do here at the space, we usually have like team meeting, right? And during the team meeting, we give recognition. I give recognition to the people who actually are doing a good job, because I want everybody to feel like you are seen. I want each person to say that, to feel like they're seen, and then their opinion matters. What they do actually matters. Like we actually see it, and you can recognize for that. I would like the team setup, but also individually. And I talk to people like gift cards and do the gift like that.
How many people on your team?
I have 4 ladies who help me do the cleaning, maintenance, and decor. And I have 2 virtual assistants who help me with the paperwork and legal customer service.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you. All right. Back to the recording.
Thank you.
What's inspired you to start your business, and how has your initial vision evolved over time? Yeah, so I started really, I would say, it was just for me at first. It was to be free financially, do whatever I wanted to do, make more money. That was the initial goals. But with the time, you understand that much is given, much is required, right? So you try to see, like, for example, my team, the lady I work with, I can see the difficulty they go through, so I also help them with the job, and I help them financially, and and I'm even thinking not far, but in a few months, opening more things, like more to social event, helping more in the community, stuff like that. So yeah.
That's amazing. That's truly amazing. How do you balance the need for flexibility in event planning with the necessity for How do you balance the need for flexibility in event planning with the necessity for structure and organization?
So structure and organization is very important, especially when you have a company, you have people working for you. You want to make sure that the structure is always the same, right? You want to make sure that there's rules, that we don't really bend, right?
Right.
But because you also work with humans, and then it's customer service. Customer service is really to make your clients, the customer, happy as much as you can. You have some little rules that can be banned, like for example, flexibility. The booking is for 7 hours only. You come here at 6, you leave at 1, right? I have some clients asking me, well, you know, I want to come on the event to start at 6. If I don't have another event that day, they can come like an hour earlier and start setting up, you know. So flexibility is really like that. We can work with clients, bend the rule a little bit, and the structure, the structure side, and where I'm more like, I would not say harsh, but what I respect the rule more is really like the process, how we do the process, how we clean, how much time we need to clean, how long should you answer the phone when somebody call. You know, we have like the process is really structured, but the client side can be flexible a little bit.
Is this stuff that you tell me right now, was this all in the course that you learned as well?
No.
Gotcha.
Because when you get a course, you learn like really the basics. When I learned the basics, but I learned a lot just running the space.
Right.
A lot. Mm-hmm.
Got you. I'm curious to know what type of events you do not host.
Okay, I do have some events that I do not host.
And why not? Those
Okay,
two, yeah.
so I do not host Halloween parties. Just because the main idea after Halloween, I'm a Christian,
Right.
and I don't believe in bad spirits and, you know, dancing with them, or even if it's for fun, just to me it's not fun. I don't play with spirit, I don't want anything like that in my space. So I don't host parties like that, right? I also don't host party with smoke. So we don't smoke in the space. No smoke, no hookah, no like that. Just because the smoke stay on the wall and the curtain. I have drapes. So the smoke, the smell is gonna sit in the drapes. And when you're pregnant, remember my main client is a pregnant lady for the baby showers. They can smell, you can smell smoke and from far. So there's no way they're gonna be uncomfortable. So we don't do smoke. We also don't do exotic dancer.
Exotic dancers.
Yeah, no exotic dancers, no. Just because I'm a Christian,
Right.
I'm trying to give my body's very, you know, family oriented and stuff like that. So
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in my family we don't celebrate Halloween either for the same
Okay.
reasons as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
good. Yeah. How do you measure the impact and success of an event hosted?
How happy the client is. I'm usually saying how happy the client is, usually the reviews, usually how my team work around, how we were able to like accommodate the clients if they need something. Was the client, you know, happy? Was the client satisfied about the service that we gave? Was the space clean? You know, we have like different metrics that we check to make sure that the events are good qualities and what we're trying to offer.
So when you say metrics, is it like a checklist that y'all go down afterwards?
It's a checklist that we
Or is
go
it like a
down
mental
before.
checklist?
We have a checklist for the team that they go after work, and then we have one. We have mental one too. I have a mental one too. Want to make sure that, you know, everything is in place. But mainly it's checklist for the team. Make sure this is in place.
Gotcha. And I forgot to ask the question. Is this your first space? Cause this.
The other one is the first space.
Okay, across the street.
Yes, that one I opened in 2019, and this one and the other one 2020.
Okay, I was thinking this is a nice size space.
Thank you.
And I was like, okay, I wonder if this was her first space.
Yeah, that one can get up to 80. This one can get up to 100.
Okay. That's
And
good.
the next one's gonna be bigger.
Next one's gonna be bigger. We're gonna bigger and better, huh?
Yeah.
There we go. How do you differentiate your event space from other industries, from other people in the industry?
I think it
What
comes
makes you
down
different?
to branding. You know, what your brand represent, how do you portray yourself, how do you treat your client, because we all have, there's so many event spaces, right? But we all treat client differently. We all have different customer service, the way we talk to you, the way we take the customer to from point A to point Z, right? Here we have we offer a smooth experience. We call it smooth experience because we want to be able to release a client from stress. We want to take home as much as we can. We want to do we want to give a really good customer service, and then build those relationships with the client. Even after the event, I'm gonna be emailing you, make sure that we remind you about the birthday. If you have a baby shower today, next year it's gonna be the birthday of the kids. We keep contacts with you.
So even after you're done, you still communicate with your client.
Mm-hmm.
That's big.
We still send email.
That's big because I feel like sometimes, a lot of people, once they're done with the thing that they committed to with that client, that's where it starts at.
Yeah.
But you're able to build repeat clientele by just sending a simple email, following up.
Exactly. Following up is you have a lot of money hauled into the following up process. But not only that, it's I learned that it's easier to actually maintain the client base that you have and go back to them and offer them different products than just always run after new clients and new clients and new clients. You can in this business you also get repeat clients. A year goes like this. This year I have it, next year you have the other one, and they send the friends and the family and stuff. So it's good to keep those good relationships. Thank you. What are the key quality you look for when hiring new team member? So I look for I like good humans first. I say good humans because I wanna feel your energy. I wanna see where you are mentally.
What's your definition of a good human?
It's somebody who has a good heart, somebody who's generous, somebody who is kind, because I am very kind, soft-spoken. I'm not too harsh and stuff. So when I have people in front of me when I see somebody who's willing to do a little bit more than what they can get paid for, that's a good quality for me. It means you really like what you're doing. It means you're comfortable where you are, and then we can see the company grow like this, So really, that's the first thing that I'm looking into. Somebody who has a generous heart, is not afraid to work hard. There's not only focus on the money side, but also on the social relationships and opportunity that they can get here. And also skills. Somebody with skills. You know what you're doing. You know how to do it. I can train you on spot, but also, it's needed.
Gotcha. What were some of the initial financial challenges you encountered when you started opening up your event space?
Financial challenge.
And then how did you overcome those challenges?
Okay, so I was talking about the legal. My first challenge really was on the legal side, where I had to get a license for my space. It took me longer than usual because I did the drawing at first by myself. I sent the drawing to the office of Houston. They send it back because they want an architect to draw it and not just me. So I have to go back and talk to the architect.
I am so confused right now. And I say that because this is just like an open space. What architect do you? It's just an open floor plan.
Yes. So you have a lot of rules that you have to go through when you go to the city. For them to give you a permit, they want to see the space, or the measurement of the space. Can you really have an event space there? What do you have in the space? You have 2 doors, one in the front, one in the back. How big is your bathroom? Can people, handicapped people, can they use your space? You have all those little things that for you will be this is just a space, but they really look into it. It's really important. So So that was the first thing. It just pushed my opening dates farther. So no money, have to wait and spend more money. And also I would say contractors sometimes are not mayor because they take so many, sometimes they take like so many projects at the same time, and they start working on this stuff, they leave it, they go work somewhere else, and then they come back, but they forget that you are on a really strict timeline. So yeah, you want to check the contractor, make sure you work with a good one, make sure you have good reference, and then you just watch what they're doing, how they're doing it to be on time. Mm-hmm.
Did you, and I want to know, I'm figuring out the best way to ask this question. Did you already have clientele before opening up the space that was looking to book, or was it one of those things, okay, I'm gonna open this and then hope the clientele come?
Okay, so this is why it's really good to get a mentor, right? Because I didn't know anybody before I started this. I had a few clients, but it wasn't like they're gonna come to the space because I opened the space, right? So what I did is, while I was opening the space, as soon as I got the key, that was my first video. Hey, I got the key, the space is gonna be open in this month, like 3 months. So just start looking at, just start doing the tour and the venue, posting on Instagram, and I start having followers like that. So people were already expecting for me to open. So before I opened, I started marketing, right? And then that way, by the time I open, I already have some events, line up and stuff. But I would have not known that if I wasn't working with my mentor. He's talking about that. So yeah.
So what forms of marketing strategies did you use? Was it just posting on Instagram?
Yes, when I started, it was just posted on Instagram, but I also so Instagram and also networking. I did a lot of networking, going to events where I have event planners. They were getting, because I knew that I need event planners to come to the space because they have clients from the space. So I did a lot of networking with them, putting my name out there. So yeah, I have a space coming up, doing my card. A space coming up, you can check it out. I'll let you know once you're getting people card. So by the time it was like about to open, send the email to all the email that I have. So building my list, sending the email. Instagram was more like boosting posts and the videos and Facebook and stuff like that. So yeah, I was already like out there.
When you said building my list, what do you mean?
I mean, when I was going to those events, I was getting people cards, getting their email address, the phone number. So I was just putting that on my computer, putting all the email and stuff. So
got you, building your email list. How important is having an email list?
It's very important because it's just like you have, those are the people you start to, right? So when you have an email list, you can actually communicate different things. Like today, this morning, I just sent an email. I'm doing new promotions, like $250 off for the decoration package, and I send it to my email list. So it's like you already have like people there, they're ready to get your promotion that you can sell to. It's like building an audience you can sell to.
Got you.
Cute. What strategy do you employ to gather feedback from existing customer and act on their suggestions? Alright, so I definitely send an email after each event. You say, hey, thank you for taking care of our space. Do you have any suggestions? How the event went? Did you like it? So we have like a communication after the event to get the feedback. And we also send them a link so they can leave us a review online. And then we also offer them a fee for referral. So if they talk to somebody else, like, hey, you talk to someone, you can get $60 if your friends come and celebrate with us. Yeah.
So you have email afterwards, then you send a link for a review, and you also offer them a referral fee.
Yes.
Got it. Got it. And that's incentives for them to
keep talking about the space to other people. They can get something out of it. And then when they come back, we also tell them, if you come back next time you book, you get 10% off.
That's good strategy. That's good strategy. How effective has that been for you?
Very effective. Very effective because most of the people, I do a lot of my marketing with word of mouth because of the client who came here. They saw the space, they have an event. Every time they go out, they talk about it. You know, they talk to other people about it. When they get a referral link, they're even more happy to talk about it again. So yeah.
You know, I just thought about too. Even the clients that do come in word of mouth, they also have photos and something that they can display to the world. So when they post it, everyone want to know, okay, where is this at? I want to go do my stuff here.
Exactly, because they tag us. Like when they post on Facebook and stuff, they tag the event space and everything they post. It's awesome. It's just like
free marketing.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. What was okay? How do you set pricing for your event space rental? And what factors do you consider?
So I did, when I get this space, I did market research, trying to see how much other people around are charging, and I also.
One question, you say you did market research. What all is included in that market research? Is it just figuring out how much people charge? Is that that's the only level of market research?
So my market research was really about how many, I went on Google pretty much, and I tried to figure out how many event space are in the area, right? Try to go on the website and see what type of package they offer, how much they charge for it, but also looking at the demographic. I also made research on the demographic in the area to see who is living here. Because when you have an event space somewhere, the client, they're coming from like 10 miles around pretty much. So you want to see, before you even open the space, you want to make sure that people are there, considering the rents of your space, considering how much you want to make, if they can even afford it, you know? Because you can be in an area that's like poor, people don't have that much money, but you want to open like that this prestigious space and you know stuff, and people not going to be able, you're gonna have bookings, but not as much as you could have had. Right. If you did your research, you know, try to see how much people make, if they can afford it and stuff like that. Yeah. So you wanna, the way I did mine, so I look at the space and I also look at the demographic, right? The demographic for me, it was really important for me to have a lot of women in the area, couples, young kids, because I know it's family oriented, so we have that. So that means you're gonna have a lot of family parties, like graduation, maybe showers and stuff like that. If this space was located somewhere where maybe you have like just old couples, maybe just people who don't make that much money, you don't have that much kids, people don't have babies anymore, I'll probably have not open in this area. So I look at those factors while I open.
How do you search for demographics?
You can just look in it, you can just Google, you put the zip codes and you put demographic. And then you're gonna have in Google, you're gonna know how many black, white, Hispanic,
really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Age, yes. I remember one time I was interested in a space somewhere, somebody was trying to sell the space, but I look at the demographic, like a lot of white people. It's not to say that white people don't party as much as we do, and sometimes we are black people, we buy from each other, and sometimes other community don't buy as much from us than others. So you have to look at all those little things and be like, I don't know if it's gonna sell as much as here.
Gotcha. So all those different factors play into how you set your price for your space.
Yes.
Got you. So the space that we in right now, could you break down the price for me? Like, what is the cost to rent this space? The different packages you have, and I want you to speak to the person that's looking to open an event space and they having trouble with pricing. They don't know how to price their stuff, and they don't. So just let's talk about that for a little bit.
So this space right here is $1,000 for 7 hours, right? On the weekend Saturday I do brunch time and I do evening time.
Brunch time?
Brunch and evening. Brunch is from 9 to 4. And
9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Because people get here 9, they can do the setup, and then the brunch hour around 11, and then by 3 they done for the left. So we have like brunch and evening, right? And it's $1,000. The reason why it's 1,000 is because of the area. The same space somewhere else, like the Galleria, for example, will cost more.
Right.
But you have to charge, considering the people around, right? And I also play with my price a little bit. Before it was like 1,200, 1,300, and I saw the amount of booking I was getting compared to now that I have it at 1,000, and I see how much people can actually, afford. So you play with your numbers a little bit, trying to see. The most important things is like you have to double your money at least, right? And you want to make at least all the rent and all the bills by the 2 weeks in a month, right? At the middle of the month, you want to be able to have already paid for everything,
Right.
right? And then at the end of it, it's just going to be like profits and everything. So if you make that calculation, you can see how much you can make, how much you should charge, and so
How much is overhead monthly? I'm digging into the numbers. But look, feel free to not answer if you don't want to. But it's my job. I wanted to be giving my audience a lot of context.
Absolutely.
But feel free, whatever you don't want to share, you don't have to.
Okay. So this space, for example, is 2,600,
Mhm.
right? 2,600 monthly, and then it goes up like every year, pretty much a little bit up. So that's why you can see me also go up a little bit every year. So this one is like 26. If you talk about the AC, the power, you can pay like maybe 300 each month for the electricity. You can you have the phone line, internet. That's like maybe $90 a month. And then what else do I pay here? You also have to pay for the people who work here,
Mhm.
like the cleaning, the maintenance, the setup, the breakdown. You pay for that, and also your taxes. You pay for taxes, like property taxes. You pay for it, and just the bills, the rents, the people who work here, the taxes, and then
What are your busiest days? Mostly
busiest day to
weekends?
the week, or so I'm open mostly in the weekend.
On the weekend.
I do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's when the space actually work, right? Sometimes we do have event on Thursday and Wednesday. Sometimes even Tuesday. It depends. We have networking event too.
Is that by design? Like you say, hey, we not open these days, or whenever someone inquire about those days, is free. You could book those days.
When those days are open, they are open. It's just that for those days, the people don't really party on Tuesday and Wednesday
Right.
and Saturday. It needs to be something special, like a networking event, right? So my strategy is to have more of those events during the week, and then have the parties during the weekend, right? But at the same time, during the week, you also need to do different works. That's when we take the time to, if you have to redo paint, and when you paint the floor or the wall, nobody can come in, you
Right.
have to schedule all of that work in there.
Got
So,
you.
yeah. Mhm.
Got you. Have you got to the place in your business yet where a party is booked and you don't have to show up at all?
Yeah, most of the parties.
Really, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You grew your business to where your team would come out, take care of it, and you just.
Absolutely. From the beginning, I was like, I'm not gonna show out all the parties. There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna be dying here. Like, no. So yeah, I set up the room. You said when we came in, you have to put the code and you come in. So pretty much when the team come, they make sure that everything is clean, ready to go, and then the client we give all the info of the client, how to come in, how to leave, what you need to do when you log out and stuff, and then we give them all the info. And we have cameras. I can talk to the cameras if see something, but usually we have no issue. That's how come they come in, self check, they did it, self check, and that's it.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have team members on site for every event?
No.
Because I've seen videos on Instagram where event spaces were trashed, and I read the comments. They were like, "That's why you should leave a team member on site at all times."
Yeah.
What's your strategy with that?
So it's crazy. I've been open since 2019, and I never had, thank God, that type of incidents. But usually what I do is like when there's alcohol in the space, then that's when I get like security. They have security on sign every time there's alcohol. And like I say, usually what I offer is baby showers. Usually you don't have issue with baby
Right.
showers, birthday. You also want to judge a little bit the character of your client when they come, the age. There's some you were asking me about what type of party I don't do. So if
Yeah.
you're underage, if you're under 20, 21, even under 25, I kind of judge a little bit to try to see what type of party you're having, who's coming,
Right.
how old are they. Because the youngster, they're gonna like, act
Yeah.
crazy and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do. For security with alcohol, and then I watch the cameras and stuff. If anything's wrong, I can be here pretty fast, And then sometimes I have people on site, but not as much.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
But also we have like here in this shopping center, I have very good neighbors. So if anything's wrong, we always talk to each other.
Yeah.
Hey, can you go to my place, check this? Hey, can you, we help each other.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Can you discuss the different revenue streams you have apart from just the event rental? I mean, the space rental.
Okay. All right. So like I was saying, I was doing the training, right?
Right.
So I train people on how to open the space, manage it, and so that's something that I'm still opening. It's not 100% working right now because I'm still putting it together. So that's one thing. But I already have like some clients that I coach on how to open the space and everything. So that's one thing that I do. And just the event space, just two.
Just
two.
event space and the coaching side of it.
Yes.
Got you.
And the reason why I only have two, because I could have been doing other things. And trust me, the temptation is just like, everything's just shiny. It's like, oh, you can make money here, you can do this, you can do that. But if you really stay focused on what you're already doing, to try to improve the product as much as possible, I think that's where the real branding, the real money comes. And then when you get that, because I'm still learning, when you get it going, then you can go and just duplicate.
I love that. I love that answer. That was a great answer because sometimes I think it's called the shiny object syndrome.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like your friend is doing money doing what are you doing? I need to go do that. Oh, that one's working.
Yes.
Oh, this. No. You're just gonna be like.
Right. And I
Yeah.
seen someone put on I think I read this on Instagram a few days ago. Someone said jumping from one thing to the next is an expensive learning habit.
Yes, it is.
And I was like,
expensive.
that's the perfect quote right there for that.
Yeah, it's true. It is expensive because you take on your time, just like sitting there thinking about all the things when you could have been like improving this, and get more clients here. It's expensive. More expensive than we think.
Which strategies do you employ to manage operating expenses and maximizing profitability?
So what I do for my expenses is like make sure that I check them weekly, make sure that I stay on track because I'm a woman and I love to buy pretty things. Like, oh, I see the centerpiece. Look at this flowers. It looks like. Then I need to stay, concentrated. And my husband helped me a lot with that because men are more like, calm down. Don't use so many. So he helped me, and he's in finance. So he helped me like check my books and everything, make sure everything is going the right way. Mm-hmm. So you asked me about that. You asked me about what again?
I said how do you manage the expenses to maximize profitability?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how I do it.
Yeah.
Pretty much to make sure that I don't buy things that I don't need, and I prioritize what's really important. Something can wait like 3 months down the road. I can do it in 3 months, or pay, pay like instead of paying full price for something, for example, just pay a little bit so that I can have cash flow. Cash flow is very important.
Cash flow is important in
When
business.
oh my goodness, yeah, cash flow will just like you don't have cash flow, you would die. Even
Right.
if you have like so maintain your cash flow is very important.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go. What are some? Sorry. Can you discuss any investments or improvement you have made to your space that enhance the appeal and functionality for the guest experience?
Yes, the appeal. Usually the lighting. Lighting is very important, like the chandeliers and stuff like that. Like the drapes, very important. What else? You want to make sure that it's always clean. You know, like today, for example, we came here, we have like different things that need to be fixed. You want to have that eye, you know, make sure it's always clean, make sure it's always maintained. This one thing that I learned about event space is like, you know, it's not only about events and stuff, it's a lot about hospitality, almost like a hotel, because you want to make sure every time somebody comes in the space, you want the space to look clean, neat, look almost as new. Because they're not gonna come in and see something that somebody has a party like, and then they don't. Nobody cares about like you should maintain your stuff. So it's hospitality is expensive, constant maintenance, constant watching the details, a lot of details. So yeah.
Gotcha. Just a few more questions before we wrap up.
Thank you. What unique value does your product or service offer that attract new customer? I would say the way I do my design is a little bit different from other people. Each designer is different, you know. Each designer has a little particularity. And then most people, when they call me and they want to design, it's because they like what I do. Oh, I saw what you did over there. I like it. So I would say that little particularity on the way I do my setup attract more people, attract certain people, right? And also customer service. Like I said, I like good human, want to be a good person, be kind. The way I treat people, you know, I get that back, and I get people coming back.
Where do you get your inspiration from with your designs?
So I do a lot of research online. I do a lot of research. I am, like I told you, I'm really crafty. I like arts. So usually I go on Pinterest. I look at the way they do the way the houses look. For example, the color. I like interior design. So the way interior design, interior designer set up the room and the color that you use, the way it's really, I use that a lot for decoration, for the color to match the color and stuff like that. I also look on Instagram and see what other people use. So it's not only me, only what I like, but also look the trends.
Right.
Because trends are very important. Everything that's out there, like right now we have like those big balloons and stuff. When clients come to you, they come with the trend. They want this, they want that. So you can look at different trends to know how you're gonna buy your inventory, what's gonna be trending, what people want to look for, you know, stuff like that. But also it's a lot of mental work, and see how your space look, how you can set up the table, how you can put things so that way it looks different, because you don't want to have the same event all the time.
Right.
So you want it to look different, a little bit tweak. So yeah.
Gotcha. Let's get two more.
Okay. What's the biggest challenge you are experiencing in entrepreneurship right now? It's that focus. It's focus on not going on, just focus on one, staying in my lane, and not jumping too fast on something else, you know, because there's so much information out there right now.
So much information.
When you go on YouTube, because I love YouTube, that's how I started.
You sound just like my wife. My wife will watch YouTube all day long.
Yes, it's just like, it's so much that you can learn about word and entrepreneurship, and so you want to be focused, you know, especially when you start, because I feel like, because I'm still starting, right? Even if I started in 2019, I'm still at the beginning, because I have goals bigger, you know. So just that focus and just staying in your lane and improving yourself little by little, and just putting a rep every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when you feel like tired, even sometimes you feel overwhelmed, you don't want too much, you don't want this business anymore, you feel stuck, you don't know what's your next step is gonna be. Just stay focused and keep putting one step after the other one.
There we go. Stay focused. Stay focused.
Yeah.
Last one.
Cute. How do you balance hiring for experience with hiring for potential and growth? Okay. So I hire a lot for potential and growth more than experience, because I have a lot of entry level work in the space. You don't need too much work in the event space, right? But you want to be able to learn. You want to be able to learn and grow. The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm still building my brand and I want the things to look a certain way. So I don't want people who especially already see the world a certain way and already frame they have, because when you have an experience you do stuff
The way
in the
that
box.
yeah.
I want free, open-minded people that can create things and we just like grow together and just like build that image of what it's supposed to be.
On the other side of that, people with experience could add even more value than someone that's just growing up that's entry level.
I agree.
So how do you balance that?
I agree. So this is what I'm thinking, right? Right now I'm hiring for growth and more the potential. When I get more money, when I want to get more of my time back, that's when I'm going to start hiring more for experience. When I get more money, I'm going to be able to like hire a manager to manage a space, somebody who knows what they're doing, so I don't have to be here all the time. We see what I'm going, like a market. Like last year I didn't have money to hire a marketing team. This year, because I'm making more revenue than last year, now I have a marketing team, and because people have experience, can bring me more clients. I get more clients, more money, then I get more experienced people. So yeah.
What made you want to get a marketing team? What is that job of the marketing team? What do they do?
Okay, so the marketing team, the reason why, good question. I decided to get one because I didn't have time anymore to do marketing really. And I realized that my marketing is not that good. No, it's not that great, because what I do, I post on Instagram, I boost a post, I can do some Facebook ads, that's what I do. But I want somebody that's expert. I want predictable results, somebody who knows exactly what they're doing. Like, for example, you're gonna change your website to make it more of a lead magnet than just a business card, because when I have a business card, I want lead magnet. I want people to get it and click on things that we can go back to them, we can reach them back faster. I want to be able to have ads that go faster. You can reach the correct person. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Have you started working with them already?
Yes, I've started working with them. It's new, it's like 2 weeks, but we can already see the difference.
That's good.
See the difference.
In 2 weeks' time, that's good that you can see some difference.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So I'm gonna have because they're gonna bring me more clients, I'm gonna be able to hire a designer that can design for me.
And you know what? While we're in this topic too, you're saying through all of those different pieces, it's gonna bring you more money. So my question is to you is, I don't want to know how much you're making personally, because I know your business and you are two different components.
Yes.
Where is your business at financially right now?
Financially right now, like how much we have so far for the year?
That'd be a good old monthly. Where you at in business?
Okay, so monthly we usually do 40K monthly.
40?
Yeah, 40. That's the margin right now.
Mm-hmm.
Last year wasn't like that. So there's one thing there, so it's like every year it goes up a little bit, right? Depending on how you market, depending on how famous you become, because the more people come in your space, the more people talk about it, the more clients you get, right? So right now we're doing 40K a month, and last year we did roughly 400K a year. So this year, let's see.
Let's double that.
Yeah,
let's
double that.
I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm in your corner. Go, sis.
Thank you.
Go. This is a very important conversation for me to have, because I am an aspiring entrepreneur, and that's one of the reasons why I started this podcast.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Mm-hmm. It's a few reasons why I started this podcast, but one of them was that I wanted to become an entrepreneur, a full-time entrepreneur. I'm not there yet, and but by me interviewing people that have built the business already, I can learn so much.
Okay.
And now I have access to people that I build relationships where they tell me, hey, you could call me, let me know if you have any questions.
Absolutely.
And so now I have access to more people that can help me on my journey. And then on the next side of that is that it's people out here that want to get into business as well, just like me, but they don't know where to
start.
go, where to start, who to ask, what questions to ask, who to reach out to. But by me interviewing someone that's made the money, has built something successful, has built their mindset, they can come to my platform and learn all the information they're looking for. And also gives you an opportunity as a business owner to connect with more people that may want to get in the same industry you're doing.
Absolutely.
So that's what it's all about for me. And you have helped me grow in this conversation.
Thank you.
So I truly appreciate that. And
Thank you.
I want you to know that I am just sending more wins to your to your business, more
Thank
love
you.
to your team.
Taking it.
I am sending the right people to you. I'm sending all the pregnant moms to your business.
Amen.
Yes, I am just, and this is coming from my family to your family. I want you one of the highest. Make everything that you touch that you want to do just grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. So
and I pray the same for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly the same.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And I know I can tell you. I mean, when you see, it's crazy because when you see like-minded people, you can just feel the interaction, the attraction, everything. It's just like
you can.
It's awesome.
You can. It's
awesome.
It's like two magnets could be far away from each other in the room. And some way.
Like,
yes.
Say.
It just naturally happens. Like people that smoke, they gonna find each other. People that do this, they gonna find each other. And I feel like once you be intentional on that journey of, you're gonna find the people that you need to connect with. So.
That's why we're intentional to who I surround myself with. Because like you say, people who smoke, they're gonna find each other. People who do this gonna find each other. So you wanna be very mindful who you surround your
100%.
self with.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So this is one of the first products that I finally get to offer to the world.
Yeah.
And this book right here, it means a lot to me because I know what it took for me to get to the point where I am now.
Okay.
Coming from an environment where I was lost in the wrong environment, hanging with the wrong people, being around scammers and just being in the wrong environment. And it wasn't until my wife, she really challenged me to become a better man. And I started reading. The first book the first book I ever read, I was in jail. So, and I don't remember what book that was, but the second book I read, or maybe the second book I read from cover to cover was Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay.
And you read that book yet?
Yeah.
It changed my life.
Changed about the first
that was the book I read. I was about 2 o'clock in the morning, pacing back and forth in my living room. Could not put the book down. And ever since that moment, I've become like a fiend for information. I want to know more and more.
You're hungry.
More. That's the right word.
That's how it started.
Hungry.
You become hungry.
I became so hungry. And like the book you seen that you asked me, what is that book?
Yeah.
It's like stuff, when I read stuff, I write it down. I take notes. So a lot of those thoughts are in this book right here. And this book is for the people that's hungry to learn more and more and more and more. That's just looking to grow. And the question that's on you, as you can see the top, if you could read that for the audience, that's what it's for.
What at stake if you don't speak life into your future?
What's at stake? And I want to ask that to you. What's at stake if you don't constantly speak life into your future?
Lots. It's like if you work and then you don't know where you're going, you might not like when you end up, right? So you need to like speak life to life. I mean, speaking is energy, everything is energy. So you want to be able to speak life to encourage yourself, to give you that clear vision and just motivate you. So if you just want to talk at a level, just motivate you to get there.
Yeah. So that's what it's for people that's looking for that. So
I mean, you saw in the Bible, even in the Bible, like the words of God's, what He did and everything. So
There we go. Before we close out, let everyone know how they can find you and how they can connect with you.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at means_events. It's means_events. Then you can personal.
How do you spell that?
Means is MINS _, and then events is EVENTS, right? And then my personal Instagram is I am Annick Willis. Annick is ANNICK, and then Willis WILLIS.
Gotcha.
You can just Google my name, Annick Willis. You'll find me.
Google. Yeah, you can find me on Google.
Find me on Google.
And then, if it's anybody that you could think of right now in the entrepreneurship space that you think would enjoy being on this type of podcast, who would it be? Who would you be able to connect me with?
Oh, I'll send you to Brandon White. He's the owner of Bienvenue Events, and he's also the owner of Don't Ask. Don't Ask is like a space where they go in and they show the ask and stuff. We started in the same journey with the same mentor, and then you can see how we're growing, like doing different things. He's a good mentor too. So if you talk to him, I think you're gonna enjoy the conversation.
Please,
I'll give
Senator,
him his phone.
reach out for
Absolutely.
me. That'd be amazing.
Absolutely.
That'd be amazing.
I have another people. I have a few people. I'll give you the info.
Please.
You can reach out to them. Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. And then one more thing is, I want you to tell people how you and I connected, because I want to lead people on this journey of how I'm connecting with people, and I want you to tell a story, because I think it just would resonate with people more when you tell it rather than I tell it.
Yeah.
In the most authentic way, exactly how it happened. Because sometimes I feel like some people get
stuck in a way.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. So DK actually reached out to me on Instagram. He sent me a DM and said that he wanted to have an interview. He liked what I do, and he told me about his podcast a little bit, what he does. I went to his page and I checked the interview and everything. I was okay. That's interesting.
Yep.
And then that's how we got in contact.
And now we're here.
Yes.
Last and final question. We always close out this way. And if the world is listening to you right now, what is one piece of advice could you give to humanity?
Take control of your life. Take control. Realize who you are. Really. We have been made by God, and we are made to look like Him. So He gave us a lot of faculty. We can change so much in this planet. Just be positive and just be very, how can I say, mindful of your decision and how you live your life, because it's up to you. Everything is up to you. Even if things happen to you, the way you react to it is up to you. You can change. You can evolve. We can evolve. So yeah.
There we go. Couldn't close up no better than that.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time today.
It was nice talking to you.
Yes, ma'am. It was a pleasure.
Very refreshing.